If you all can hear me, just press a Y in the comment section. Hello everyone. We are waiting for some more people to join in. We will be starting in the next 3 minutes. Okay, guys, so we'll start now. Uh, so I will be starting today by telling you all what all we're going to cover today. I'll start with my introduction first. I'm Professor Harshit Shah. I am a chartered accountant and a lawyer, and I have been a professor in various colleges since a long time. I have been a teacher at NM, NMIMS, UPG, etc. I've been into career advising since the last 7 years and have, I can say, conducted more than 100 such seminars, webinars, and privately counseled over 1,000 students. So today I'm going to help you out with just about everything about commerce. That as a 10th standard kid, what all do you need to know about commerce properly? So this is what we're going to cover today. Why commerce, various board comparisons, subjects available, college-based, graduation courses, professional courses, common careers, mistakes, and some advice from my side. We will be having two Q&A sessions, one in the middle, one in the end. So any kind of questions that you have, आपको कोई भी doubts हो, कोई भी queries हो, any questions you have, please keep it for the end only. Don't ask me in between because I won't be able to see your questions and answer them, and I'll miss them in fact. So it's preferable that you keep all the questions for the Q&A session. I'll try and answer all the questions. Uh, I will not be answering questions like, is this course right for me or something, because that depends on the student itself. But I'll try and answer all generic questions which are possible. So we'll start first with something called as why commerce. Like why should you choose commerce? So you have, there are three options possible right now. We have science, we have arts, we have commerce. So why should you choose commerce? That's the question. Major, I've given you some reasons why commerce is something which you should choose, and why is it like a good career. So first one is highest types of career choices available. Second, options for intellectual as well as creative people. Third, lower cost of education compared to science. Fourth, extremely high job security and stability. Various entrepreneurship options available. Opportunity to develop soft skills as well as pursue your passion. And education is similar, so globally it's recognized. So we'll now talk about each of these points one by one. So you see, these are the number of choices available in commerce. आप commerce लोगे आप कितनी सारी चीजें कर सकते हो. So you can get into accounting, finance, management, marketing, taxation, media, statistics, HR, economics, legal, designing, banking, civil services, journalism and data analysis. इससे भी ज्यादा ऑप्शन है. मैंने आपको टॉप 15 ऑप्शंस दिए हैं जिसकी प्रैक्टिकली वैल्यू है. जो आजकल जो लोग करना चाहते हैं वो मैंने यहाँ पे आपको ऑप्शंस दिए हैं. So there are massive number of choices which a commerce student can take up, which normally are not available in other streams, where the number of choices become limited. So because this is a very wide stream and a lot of options are available, so depending on what you are interested in, depending on what your strengths are, depending on what you are not interested in or weaknesses are, you can choose. आपको जो भी पसंद है, थियोरी पसंद है वैसा ले सकते हो, प्रैक्टिकल पसंद है वैसा ले सकते हो, बोलना पसंद है वैसा ले सकते हो, नंबर्स पसंद है वैसा ले सकते हो. आपको जो भी पसंद है आप वो ले सकते हो. So this is the first and one of the most important things, that it has the highest number of highest types of choices. So when you talk about choices, there are intellectual as well as creative options. So if you see out here, journalism, designing, media, so all these marketing, ये सब जो है ये सब हम लोग के I can say creative options है. Whereas accounting, finance, civil services, economics, ये सब बहुत ही intellectual options है. So whatever type of options, like if you're creative, you will have creative options. If you are intellectual, you will have that option. So this is open for everyone. आप जैसे भी हो, you are welcome to commerce. आपके लिए बहुत सारे options available है. That is my guarantee which I can give you. The next is lower cost of education compared to science. So ideally, if you see, you want to be an engineer, physiotherapist, pharmacy, medical, आप जो भी जाओगे, the cost of education is massive. When I say cost of education, I don't just mean your college fees, but your tuition fees and everything is massive. Like lakhs and crores of rupees have to be spent after you time you finish your master's or PhD or whatever you call. Whereas compared to that, in commerce, the cost is much lesser. CA, CFA, lawyer, ये सब बनने के लिए costs are in thousands or lower lakhs. So ideally, you recover whatever you've invested in the first year of a job itself. That's the idea behind all the commerce courses. So the investment which you need to make behind commerce courses is comparatively much lesser than the investment which you need to make for science courses. So you have a much lower cost of education. That is the next point. After which we talk about job security and stability. So this is extremely important. So I tell a lot of people about the point that probability of having a good life. So currently in India, especially in Bombay, the number of jobs available for commerce students in the field of accounting, marketing, sales, HR, finance, they overpower everything else. आप और कोई भी stream से कुछ भी बोलो, you talk about medical, you talk about engineers, you talk about psychologists, ये सबसे ज़्यादा jobs फिलहाल available commerce में. And there are a lot of switches also. मतलब आप X में हो, X से Y जा सकते हो, Y से Z जा सकते हो. So this is very rare. It's very rare that a commerce graduate remains extremely unemployed. Maybe he's not working in his required stream, or maybe he's not working with the amount of pay which he expected. But employment कहीं ना कहीं तो मिल ही जाता है, कुछ कहीं तो sales में मिल ही जाता है. That's why you see so many people who become engineers, they shift to finance later on, or they shift to marketing later on after becoming engineers also, because there's a lot of scope in these specific fields when it comes to the kind of jobs available. So there's a lot of job security and stability in the field of commerce, because this is about, commerce in the end is about how do you earn money, how do you make profit, how do you do business. And if I am running my own business, if there is some person who can help me improve my business, who can help me run my business better, who can make me more efficient, who can increase my sales, I would want to have such a person on my team. So that's what about the job security and stability. So overall, it's a much more secured field compared to the other streams. Then we have the opportunity of entrepreneurship. So commerce में आपको सिखाया जाता है कि आप खुद एक businessman कैसे बन सकते हो. How do you become an entrepreneur? So when you do commerce, आप जो भी करो, आप marketing में जाओ, आप CA करो, आपने जो भी पढ़ाई किया है, whatever you study, you always have the chance of starting something of your own. Most of these are service-based industries, and that is why they don't require a huge amount of investment also. So people who've done commerce, people who've done graduation or professional courses in commerce, the probability of them taking up entrepreneurship or starting something of their own is higher. Plus, you're taught accounts, you're taught economics, you're taught business studies, you're taught all these subjects which will always help you in strategy making, in target choosing, in developing an idea. ये सब चीज में काफी काम में आता है ये सब. Like marketing subject होता है. So if you want to start your own business, ये सब चीज आपको properly आनी चाहिए. And that is why this will always give you an edge if you take out of commerce compared to the other streams. Next, soft skills and passion. So this is one thing which I adore a lot about commerce. So commerce mein the difficult studies, the challenging studies, most of them start after 12. Till the time you are in your junior college or high school, whatever you call it, the amount of time you have to give behind your education is comparatively lesser than something like a science. Like आपको engineering करना है, आपको JEE की exam देनी पड़ेगी, आपको medical करना है, आपको NEET की exam देनी पड़ेगी. The amount of time you need to give behind preparing for them is so much that you have no time for anything else. So now in commerce, in 11th, 12th, you have a lot of time to do a lot of things, especially in colleges. So maybe in ISC schools and all, the time you have is lesser because, it's still a school. You still need to, other by the time, like, there are regular tests and बहुत सारे classes होते हैं. Compared to that, college में अगर आपको, in junior college, you have a lot of time. Up, you can be a part of festivals, you can learn a new musical instrument, you can, if you have some other passion, some hobby, you can pursue that. You can improve your soft skills. You can even time behind improving your public speaking, your confidence, your time management. ये सारी चीज के पीछे आप टाइम इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो, आप टाइम डिवोट कर सकते हो. ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो सॉफ्ट स्किल्स एंड एज आई टोल्ड यू पैशन, ये सब आपको अगर परस्यू करना है, आपको इम्प्रूव करना है, अपडेट अपग्रेड करना है, तो कॉमर्स विल ऑब्वियसली इन always help you, like if you choose this specific stream. And last thing which I wanted to tell is global validity. So finance in India is the same as the finance in US, or the same as finance in Australia, or the same as finance in Canada. Same way. Marketing. आप कोई चीज इंडिया में बेच रहे हो, the skills required are the same. The only difference is the language. So if you are selling something well in English in India, you can sell it well in Canada also, in UK also. That is why most call centers are in India, because we have that advantage of knowing English well. So there are some skills which commerce teaches which are valid globally. आप कहीं पे भी कोई भी कंट्री में जाओ, आपके वो स्किल्स तो सेम ही रहने वाले हैं. सिर्फ डिग्री का नाम चेंज होगा, पर आपने वो सीखा हुआ है, आपको वो आता ही है. So most of the things you learn in commerce are valid globally, which is a very big advantage according to me. So if you want to shift ahead, if you want to shift to some other country, etc., you don't need a separate license and all, because they are skill based. You only need to clear a specific exam of that country if it is a professional exam. Else, that is also not required. Like you will see, like I personally have a lot of my friends who've done their CF out here, who've done their MBA out here, done the CA out here, and are now shifted to Singapore, shifted to UK, shifted to New York, and practicing out there, are working out there in an investment bank or in equity research. I know these terms are very big, you might not know it, and you don't even need to know it right now. All I'm trying to tell is whatever you study right now in commerce will normally be valid globally, which is a very big advantage. So these were the 7 points which we discussed. जो यहाँ पे मैंने आपको बताए थे, ये सातों चीज की why commerce, उसके मैंने आपको I've given you like a brief idea about all these 7. Next, what we'll go into is if you take up commerce, what are the boards you can choose from? So ideally, मैंने 4 boards रखे. I haven't kept IB because IB does not have something like commerce specifically. It has a subject selections. So we have HSC, ISC, CBSE, and A levels. HSC is the state board, which is Maharashtra board. ISC, CBSE are national boards, and A levels is international board. Now, I just have a small comparison between all these boards which I've done out here. कि आपको idea है कि कौन से board में क्या है, कैसा है, etc. So the first, which is a very important part, is the cost. Like what is the cost including the classes ka cost which you need to pay. So now the biggest advantage out here lies with the state board. The cost is extremely low. The total cost along with your classes will be around 50 to 60,000 rupees per annum. Like it's very low compared to any other board. ISC and CBSE is medium. It goes around 2 to 2.5 lakh rupees a year. A levels, it depends on the school which you are in, but it is around 6 to 10 lakh rupees a year. So this becomes much more expensive. And I am always of the opinion that do not spend money or do not spend a lot of money behind a junior college. Do not spend a lot of money behind your 11th and 12th, which is very important. Like spend it behind your higher education, spend it behind your MBA. But jitna ho sake, spend less in your degree college and your junior college. So that is the first part, which is the cost, where HSE is the best in that case. Then scoring, how well can you score? कितने marks आपको आ सकते हैं अपने 11th 12th में? ये आपको मैं 11th 12th की बात कर रहा हूँ, degree college की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. So when you talk about scoring, ISC and CBSE are the best in that. Like you can score very well in that. So the highest marks you can get are in ISC and CBSE. Like we have students who score above 98, 99% also in ISC and CBSE. So that is the highest marks you got out there. Compared to that, HSC and IA levels में scoring in 12th is lesser. Like our HSC topper in Maharashtra is around 95%. You don't reach to a 98, 99 in HSC board. So scoring is a bit less compared to ISC, CBSE. And A levels ka bhi same hai. You can score lesser compared to ISC and CBSE. So if you want, if your focus is good marks in your 12th to get a good college, then ISC or CBSE is a good option. But ideally, if you've studied well in your 10th and if you get good marks, you can get a good college in your 11th only. So if you get a good college in 11th only, automatically what will happen is that let's assume आपको NM में मिल गया. एक बार आपको NM में मिल गया, क्या बोलते हैं, in your college, if you get into NM college directly in 11th, तो आपको 12th के बाद वहाँ पे direct entry मिलता है for BCom. So you don't need to again score specifically for getting the college. So अगर आप school में हो, if you are in XYZ school doing your ISC, CBSE, A levels, your 12th marks are very important because your next choice depends on that. If you are in college, if you are already in a junior college, if you want to go ahead with a professional course and go with BCom along with that, the scores don't matter a lot because आपको direct entry मिलेगा, in-house मिलेगा. But if you want to choose something else, you want to choose a self-finance course like BMS, BAF, सुना होगा आपने BBA, BMS, BAF, BMS, तो वो सारी चीज के लिए आपको स्कोर उधर भी करना पड़ेगा. So if you want to score well, ideally ISC, CBSE is better, or else HSC and A levels is medium. The level of difficulty. Ideally, HSC is the easiest. The portion is also very small, pretty manageable. Even if it's easy, they don't give marks. So, level of difficulty and scoring, they don't go hand in hand. It's not necessary that if it is easy, it has to be scoring also. ISC is the toughest. And then we have CBSE and A levels, which is at medium level. That's how the tough difficulty level goes. Then curriculum matching with Indian competitive exams. So अगर आपने 12th तक किया और फिर आपको CS एंट्रेंस देना है, CA एंट्रेंस देना है, CMA एंट्रेंस देना है, कोई भी एग्जाम्स देनी है, तो how well is the curriculum of that specific board matching with the competitive exam? So HSC and CBSE is medium, काफी सारा मैच होता है, but not a lot. ISC का 10% ज्यादा मैच होता है HSC CBSE से, इसलिए मैंने उसको हाई पे डाला है. And A levels का is low because they have international curriculum. Their portion and our competitive exams portion, their questioning style, their education pedagogy, and what is expected out of y'all in your 11th, 12th is, or in your competitive exams in India is different. So that is the case with curriculum matching with Indian competitive exams. Next, we have spare time for hobbies. As I told you, you have a lot of spare time for hobbies in your college, in HSC, 11th, 12th, which is much, much more lesser in the other three boards. So if you want to pursue your hobby, if you want that 11th, 12th थोड़ा काम रहे, थोड़ा cool रहे, and you can do a lot of things else except for education, then HSC is the right option. Next is exposure to extracurricular activities. Personally, according to me, this is one of the most important points. Why? Because, you know, in the long run, when children go for jobs and, when people won't remember their marks. No one cares that usko 85 aaya, 90 aaya, 95 aaya. At that time, what will matter a lot is what have they done along with the marks. So marks obviously matter. I'll tell you why they matter, because it depends on your marks will decide which college you go into. So when you get a specific amount of marks, you get into college A. Lesser marks, you get into college B. Now, once you got into college A, then what, like everyone in that college, jitne bhi log hai, sabko अच्छे marks आए थे. So then what is the differentiating factor? What else have you done except for getting those good marks? So अच्छे marks तो लाने ही है. और फिर वो स्पेसिफिक लेवल के लोग के साथ जब कंपटीशन आपका है कि सबको अच्छे मार्क्स आए, वो सब ये कॉलेज में है, तभी क्या डिफरेंशिएटिंग फैक्टर आएगा? तो आपका एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट students understand that in your 11th 12th you should remove time to be a part of clubs, to be a part of festivals, to be a part of societies. So I myself, I was a head of department in Umang, which is the annual festival of NM college, and it's helped me in a lot of ways, in a lot of ways, like the kind of network I built, the kind of soft skills I developed, team management, handling an event, handling real life problems, handling real life situations, वो सारी चीज में काफी सीखा था यहाँ पे. So automatically this is higher exposure to extracurricular activities in an I can say state board or in a college, which is comparatively lower in ISC and CBSE. Major reason is because they don't have time. Like because they have to study a lot, there is a lot of I can say stress of exams and tests and everything. That is why the exposure to extracurriculars is lesser in ISC CBSE and much more lower in A levels, because वहाँ पे again they study a lot. And next thing is to pull out festivals, to pull out events, you need manpower, you need a lot of students. Like when I did Umang, we were a team of more than 500 students doing that festival. In A levels and IB, the schools, the class strength is only less. 10 students, 15 students, 20 students. उनके पास इतने students ही नहीं है कि बड़ा festival या event कर सके. So the exposure to extracurricular activities is much more lesser when it comes to A levels or any international grade. Then global recognition. So global recognition means if you've studied that in 11th 12th and अगर आपको 12th के बाहर directly बाहर जाना है, again understand I'm not talking of going abroad after graduation. आपको ग्रेजुएशन के बाद पोस्ट ग्रेड के लिए जाना है तो सबका सेम, लाइक एचएससी आईएससी सीबीएसई लेवल्स सबका वैल्यू सेम है, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। पर आपको 12th के बाद डायरेक्टली जाना है बाहर, इफ यू वांट टू गो अब्रॉड आफ्टर 12th फॉर योर अंडरग्रेड समवेयर, यू वांट टू गो टू यूएस, यूके, स्पेन, सिंगापुर, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एटसेट्रा, in that case A levels will have more weightage. Why? Because they have international study pattern. Their pedagogy is very practical, and that is why which is followed abroad. हम लोग के यहाँ पे काफी सारा रट्टा मारने जैसा होता है, वहाँ पे बहुत conceptual होता है. So if you are through A levels and if you want to go directly after 12th, I'm repeating, not after graduation, तो सबकी value same है. 12th के बाद जाना है, then A levels will be preferable. बाकी all the other three have the same value. मतलब फिर आप HSC से हो, ISC से हो या CBSE से हो, किसी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, आप कोई भी बोर्ड से हो, in those three boards. Next is admission in Indian colleges. So as I told you, ISC and CBSE you can score very well. So automatically admission into Indian colleges becomes much more easier because you score well. HSC you score a bit lesser, but still it's medium because as I told you, आप 10th के बाद एक कॉलेज में चले गए हो तो वहाँ पे in-house आपको मिल जाएगा. So if you don't want to change your college, then HSC is a very good option. But if you want to change your college, then you need to re-study. You need to ensure you study a lot and get very good marks in HSC also to get into a better college or a new college. And A levels is low because you don't score well is the first reason. Second reason is a lot of times the timing of their results and the timing of our admissions don't match. So there's a lot of chaos when it comes to getting admission in Indian colleges because of that. Plus their marks they come in grades and वो सब conversion करना पड़ता है, वो proper काफी colleges convert नहीं कर पाती है. So that's a problem which a lot of A level students face. Next is practicality in the pedagogy. So how practical is the teaching session, like teaching method? So ideally HSC is the least practical. It's very much ratifying, etc. ISC CBSE is medium, वहाँ पे काफी concepts भी आते हैं, but it's still not as good as A levels. So A levels में it's much more practical. Everything comes via case studies and examples. It's taught in a very practical manner. So practicality in pedagogy, HSC is the lowest. Then we have ISC and CBSE, and A levels is the highest. So these were the 9 things which were important in comparing any specific board. Amongst this, if you ask me which are the most important, I would say cost, scoring and exposure to extracurricular activities. ये 3 सबसे ज्यादा important है. Never ever stretch for college education. मतलब higher degree, MBA के लिए आपको लोन लेनी पड़े अलग बात है etc. पर undergrad very basic, like doesn't make a huge difference. So if you cannot afford it, don't go for an A levels or an expensive one. It's completely fine. Don't fall for peer pressure. I'm talking to parents in this case. Don't fall for the pressure because मेरे बच्चे के friends यहाँ पे जा रहे हैं या मेरे friends के बच्चे यहाँ पे जा रहे हैं. You will repent that later. It won't make a difference at all, like at all. So it's better you do not spend a lot if you cannot afford it. That's what I'm trying to tell. ठीक है, scoring जो second मैंने आपको बताया, and third is extracurricular activities. ये 3 सबसे ज़्यादा important है amongst these 9 points. Next, what are the subjects you can choose in your 11th and 12th? So ideally, these are the common subjects in almost all the boards. So we have accounts, or I can say bookkeeping and accountancy, which is the most important subject in commerce, and I can say the most scoring subject also in commerce. Like a lot of students score above 95, 96 out of 100 in accounts very easily. Then we have maths and SP में option. So SP is secretarial practice, and maths I think all of you know what maths is. So people who want to drop maths, who don't like numbers and who want to get into theoretical studies, they can choose SP. Every college does not offer SP, but most of them do offer. I am not personally someone who suggests you to take SP because if you have chosen maths, you have a couple of advantages. The first advantage is that a lot of entrance exams after 12, like NMIMS का जो entrance exam है, फिर IIM इंदौर का जो entrance exam है, वो सारी चीज के लिए, I'll repeat, वो सारी चीज के लिए it is compulsory that आप लोग को maths 11, 12 में लेना पड़ेगा. Forget, आपको उसमें एडमिशन नहीं चाहिए और आप सोच रहे हो मैं मैथ्स ड्रॉप करूंगा, आई डोंट वांट एडमिशन इन दीस कॉलेजेस, पर आपको एमबीए करना आगे जाके. तो रिमेंबर, एमबीए एंट्रेंस में भी मैथ्स इज अ कंपलसरी सब्जेक्ट एंड द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट. आइडियली द हाईएस्ट वेटेज इज ऑफ मैथ्स ओनली. If your maths is weak, I repeat, if your maths is weak and if you have dropped it in 11th 12th, you will face issues out there. So it's preferable that 11th 12th में लो, थोड़ी मेहनत ज्यादा करो, ठीक है. If you score a bit less, it's fine. और जैसे भी आपको अगर बीकॉम में कुछ करना है, फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा इतना. If you score a bit less, but if you do not do it in your 11th 12th, your maths remains more weaker. And when you really need to apply it in your MBA entrances, तभी बहुत ही issues होगी. So I suggest taking up maths unless until it is very bad. The second option is SP, which is secretarial practice. Then we have economics. Then we have OCM or business studies. This is organization of commerce and management or business studies. So they're the same thing, सिर्फ दो अलग नाम है. Then we have English, which is the first language. And then we have the second language, which can be anything amongst these. There can be some more options which some colleges give, like some colleges give Sanskrit also. I've given the ones which are ideally available in almost all colleges. So we have Hindi, French, IT, Gujarati, Marathi, German. Gujarati sub colleges नहीं देती है, but all the Gujarati board colleges, like not Gujarati board, but minority colleges like NM, Mithai, NL, Somaiya, ये सारी colleges Gujarati भी देती है. So we have Hindi, French, IT. ये तीन सब जगह होती है, Hindi, French, IT. Ideally, students prefer choosing, or I would say students should prefer choosing French or IT because they are much more scoring. You can score much better in these two subjects. People score much higher in these subjects compared to other subjects. I'm talking about state board out here. Like French or IT में लोग 100 or 100 भी लाते हैं, whereas Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, you will max to max get is a 90, 92. उससे ज़्यादा मिलना extremely impossible है. So automatically you can score better if you've chosen French or IT. So, okay. Meanwhile, guys, I will now be moving on to our Q&A session. We'll take a small break. जो भी आपको questions है अभी तक के, वो आप मुझे पूछ सकते हो. So you can start typing in your questions. I'll just explain what is the upcoming webinar schedule. So the next webinar is on Monday, that is 25th May from 5 to 6:30 p.m. This is all about bank loans. So everything about bank loans, how do you apply? What are the things you need to see? What kind of loans are there? How is the interest rate? You know, what type of loans are good, what are bad? सब चीज आपको CA यशवीर जन समझाएंगे. And then I myself am going to take a webinar on the 30th, which is Saturday from 11 to 12:30 p.m. It's on entrepreneurship. That if you want to start your own business, I will repeat. If you want to start your own business, how do you do it? Like how do you become a good entrepreneur? So I'm going to do that. Next very important thing, we have our FYJC demo lecture scheduled on 27th of May 2020 at 4 p.m. So if you are interested in taking up commerce and want to get into state board, so we give tuitions. I myself am a professor. I teach students accounts and maths. So I'm going to keep a demo lecture on the 27th of May. We have 3 branches: Vilepale, Goregaon, and Malad. So we have small batches. We have like very good past results, amazing faculty, personal attention, regular tests. ये सब हम देते हैं. और because we have a very young faculty, automatically we are much more accustomed to teaching online. So anyone who is interested, who wants to know how our teaching is, how do we teach, how is our whole pattern, you can register with us. This is the number. You can call us on these numbers or visit this website. Also in the details, if you see niche in the details, we've also mentioned the website and the number. So you can just go there and let us know if you want to attend the demo lecture. So yeah, now I'll open myself for Q&A session. Anyone with any questions, you can just type in and I'll answer them one by one. Also, don't forget to like the video also and subscribe to our channel. We keep on uploading a lot of videos. We keep on uploading a lot of good content regularly. So anyone who's interested to view good content about education, about a lot of other things also, you can subscribe to our channel and press the bell button. You automatically get all the options. You can get the notifications on your YouTube account in that case. Okay, let's go for questions. Do we get a certificate for this? No, we do not get a certificate for this. Okay, Mayur, I'll ensure I'll keep the mic near. I'm very sorry. Does the college really matter after 12 for jobs? Divija, I think I can tell you one of the most important things which matters is your college. Let me give you an example, Divija, sorry. So, you know, your college decides the kind of crowd around you. When the college decides the kind of crowd around you, it automatically helps in improving your soft skills, improving the way you talk, your presentation skills, etc. And it also improves your intellect. When you're around better people, your intellectual level also keeps on increasing. So the college will matter a lot. So ideally, the SPKM group, NM, Mithai, UPG, NMIMS, वहाँ से directly after graduation, the average package which students get is around 4 to 4.5 lakhs. You go to some other college, which is not that famous, वहां से लोगों को 1.5 2 लाख की भी जॉब्स मिलती है. सब कौन सी कॉलेज से हो उससे बहुत फर्क पड़ता है दिविजय. That is why you need to ensure you study well to get good marks and get into a good college. Gang, gaming MA German, no. It does not offer, NM does not offer German. IT is a language because it is a way by which you are communicating something to someone. How the someone is a computer. So you are communicating some specific things to a computer to make a program. OCM Rushabh is Organization of Commerce and Management. Basically, it's business studies. You study how a business works, what type of businesses are there, how do you manage something, how do you get new people, how do you improve your efficiency. वो सारी चीज उसी में पढ़ाई जाती है. Dhruvi, you can drop maths. If you want to be a CA, you can drop maths in 11, 12. There is no rule in CA that you need to take maths in 11, 12. But I would not prefer. Because तुझे CA ही करना है तो साथ में तू BCom ही करेगी. तो BCom तो तू जो कॉलेज में से है वहां से करेगी. तो तुझे अगर थोड़े कम मार्क्स आए तो भी फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. It is preferable कि तू मैथ्स ले ले. पर तूने ड्रॉप किया तो भी चलेगा. Can you give a brief about what all is in the subject of SP? Jignesh, SP secretary practice is a lot of letter writing. It's about a lot of. So if basically if you are a secretary in some office, तो आपको क्या क्या काम होता है? So from handling appointments to letter writings to writing emails, वो सारी चीज, communication, effective communication skills, वो सारी चीज cover होती है Jignesh in SP. Deepali, if you want to do BBA after 12th, yes, you can do BBA LLB also you can do. So BBA LLB is offered by NMIMS. It's a 5-year degree which NMIMS offers in its law college. So I don't know what is the question. Like, can you just tell the question in brief? Divij, I think I answered you. Bossam, when you have to choose a second language, if you choose French, if you choose IT, they are much more scoring compared to something like a Hindi, Gujarati, or Marathi. So that is why I always suggest you should choose a French or IT because you can score well and you can also learn a new language. It will always be helpful if you score well and if you learn a new language. That is what my suggestion is, Mosam. Jasmine, my daughter is in international school for 9-10 and we have add math along with international math. Should I opt for add math or what? I didn't get your question, Jasmine, properly. Can you just explain the question a bit more in detail? Savio, CFA is after your graduation. I am going to talk about it in the second part in professional course. I'm going to talk about it. But if you're a 10th standard kid, you don't need to know about CFA from right now onwards because even if I tell you, things will change. Like every second year, their rules change, the regulations change. So doesn't make sense to know everything from right now. So Manasvi, I will be coming to statistics after in the second part, but just telling you the scope of statistics in India is very less. It's extremely less right now in India. Very less schools are there. So ideally, we have ISI, which is the Indian Statistical Institute Kolkata, which is number 1 in India. But it's very less. Like people who want to go into deep maths, into PhD in maths karna hai, or फिर maths सिखाना है, they want to solve problems. They are the ones who go into statistical analysis. वरना India में scope बहुत ही कम है. Dimple, my son is LD with HD, but good in sports. Dimple, what is the question? Can you just tell me what is the question? Yo gamer, can you do IT without tuitions? Yes, depends on the college and depends on how much are you putting in, like how many efforts are you putting in college. Like अगर आप properly ध्यान से सब पढ़ रहे हो, सब समझ रहे हो, सब सुन रहे हो, तो obviously you can do it. अगर तुम ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हो, तो you need tuitions. Tanishka, I want to know whether I can opt for animation as my career after 12th in commerce, or do I have to opt for arts? You can go for animation. Yes, animation is a very good option after commerce also. There is nothing like you cannot go. You can go for animation after commerce also. Next, Naomi, is it difficult for a student who hasn't opted for computer IT? Not exactly. Like most people who take up IT haven't taken IT in, or computers in 11, 12th because, sorry, 9, 10, because IT आपको मिलता है depending on your marks. So if you have very good marks, तो आपको ideally IT मिलता है. So the stoppers, like every college would have ideally 1 or 2 divisions maximum of IT. So if you are in that level, if you are amongst the toppers, 95, 96, 97%, तो IT मिलता है. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आपको स्कूल में कंप्यूटर्स लेना था, आपने ड्रॉप किया तो आप ले सकते हो. If I'm currently studying FIBMS, so what are career options after graduation? OD, I'm very sorry, I'm talking about careers after 10th, so I won't be able to take your question today right now. Next, Dhruvi, how to choose college for a CA aspirant? Uh, Dhruvi, ideally you should be in, like, depends on your marks here. If you are very good, if you can study well, if you can score well, go for. I will now. The next thing I'm coming to the colleges. Go for tier A colleges or else tier B colleges. Does not make a difference. आप CA कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो. Go for the best college. Simple. Uh, then do we need to know coding for IT and is it better or French? Completely depend on you. I prefer French because I would like learning a new language. And why not IT? Because whatever coding is taught to you in 11th 12th IT is redundant. मतलब वो आपको काम में नहीं आने वाला है. Because जो real में use हो रहा है वो और ही कुछ different है. पर IT और French दोनों scoring है. इसलिए दो options अच्छे हैं. If you ask me which is better amongst those two, I prefer French. ऋषभ OCM एंड बिजनेस स्टडीज इज द सेम सिर्फ अलग बोर्ड्स में अलग नाम है लाइक उसको हम इन महाराष्ट्र बोर्ड और स्टेट बोर्ड वी कॉल इट OCM इन ISC CBSE वी कॉल इट बिजनेस स्टडीज इट्स द सेम वन सर गिव सम डिटेल्स अबाउट MBA we'll come to MBA later on Shruti in the professional courses Divija if you plan to do MBA in the future what should you prefer we'll come to that we are coming to graduation and professional courses now Divija so you can wait for some time इसके बाद आएगा वो yeah do we get to choose French yes you can take French I took French in NM I had Gujarati in my 9th 10th. I'm from a CNM school. मैंने 9th 10th गुजराती लिया था और फिर मैंने कॉलेज में फ्रेंच लिया. There is no so French is taught from basic. If you take up Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi, the expectation is that you know already. French आपको कुछ आता ही नहीं है वो ये assumption है और आपको वैसे ही सिखाया जाता है. So yes, you can do that. Vishwa, if I study Gujarat board and want to pursue MBA, yeah, you can do that. People do that. You need to practice a bit more. I know people who study from Gujarat board. Uh, Also, Gujarat board का meaning in Gujarat or you mean Gujarati language मतलब Gujarati vernacular school. In fact, दोनों से आप करो फर्क नहीं पड़ता दोनों से आप कर सकते हो. So there's no difference. Like depends on your efforts and depends on your score. So what is the process of getting into banking jobs, as in accounting and so on? We'll come to BBI. So there's a course called as BBI. We'll come to that. And उसके बाद तुमको banking के PO exams होती है. There are exams you need to give for banks. तो वो करना है. Savio, because of just the basics. So Savio, you can get into CFA in the final year of a graduation. So आप BCom के last year में हो तभी आप level 1 दे सकते हो. And once you clear your graduation, then you can give your level 2 and level 3. That's how it will go. Next. Dipali, my daughter is in IJC in 10th and she wants to do LLB. But should do LLB only or BBA or BCom? Dipali will come to that. I'm going to come to law as a career in some time. So you can just wait. Deepika, if you're not in French, yes, you can opt it. You can opt it. Like I would prefer you opt for French even if you're not there. Doesn't make a difference. थोड़ी मेहनत ज़्यादा करनी पड़ेगी, tuition करना पड़ेगा, but it's worth it because it's scoring. Next, what's the Dimple, if he is not good with maths, you can go for SP. बाकी सब same ही है, कोई फर्क नहीं है. The only thing is he will get extra time to finish his paper. So if someone gets 2.5 hours, he'll get 3 hours. Rajesh, what is the process for UPSC SC exam? What is the subject that I choose for FIJC? Rajesh, there's no difference. आपको UPSC करना है उससे आपके जूनियर कॉलेज के कोई भी सब्जेक्ट में फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. You can take up whatever you want. That's the 9, 10th and IB is an option for college level. Should I do add math? Or should I do it in college directly? Doesn't make sense to learn something which you're gonna learn in college पहले. Like you are just doing it twice. So ज़्यादा कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. So you can do it in college. Like do it at the right age. Also, if I do add math, it will help me for MBA. No, CA में फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. That's why not at all. MBA is after your graduation. यार it's too late. मतलब आपको hardly कुछ याद रहेगा और आप ऐसे भी 11 12 में सीखने वाले हो. So it doesn't make sense taking that in 9 10. In IT, if I mug up all the things, it's about mugging. It's about remembering the codes. So it's less of understanding, more of mugging up. So, what is the process of getting into a banking job as an accountant? I think I answered that. What is the age to study coding and what? So, Shah 009, I know people in school also have done very well in coding. There's no specific age for coding. You can learn whenever you want. I prefer 12th के बाद करना because that is a better option because learn it when you have to really apply it. आप अभी स्कूल में 10th के बाद आप लर्न करके उसको अप्लाई करने वाले हो खुद की वेबसाइट खुद का एप्लीकेशन खुद का प्रोग्राम कुछ बनाने वाले हो तो काम का है और क्या होगा अभी आप सीखोगे और अगर आप बनाने वाले हो 5 साल के बाद तो वो लैंग्वेज रेडेंट हो गई होगी उसका यूज ही नहीं होता रहेगा सो इट्स प्रेफरेबल टू लर्न इट व्हेन यू गोना यूज इट So you said choose the best college for their attendance is required. Everyone can do it. The whole world attends. Like 50% attendance here रहता है. Everyone does it. If you are so afraid of attendance, believe me, that is a very small part. तुम CA नहीं कर पाओगे. The CA is much more tougher. So like don't be afraid of these small things and go into the best college because that will improve your probability of a lot of things in the future. And the course, the kind of friends you have, the kind of people you are around, that will matter a lot. So go for the best college. Really. We'll come to MBA courses later, Odi. I'm going to do that. Sachin, I'm not going to ACC and everything because that is later on. 10th के बाद नहीं है. ये मैं professional courses में बाद में समझाऊंगा आपको. अभी कुछ नहीं. Gujarat board. There is the stats and the maths. नहीं ठीक है. It's fine, Vishwa. You can take up stats. Basically, some people name it maths, some people name it stats, but almost portion same ही होता है. Surely, if you want to get into income tax, if you want to be an officer, you need to do UPSC. If you want to be an income tax practitioner, you need to be a CA. Yeah, should I take tuition for French? Or, yeah, if you haven't studied French in 9th, 10th, it is always better to take tuition in French because it's a new language. वरना आप पीछे रह जाओगे और वो scoring subject है. Shilpesh, I got 83% in IGCSE board. So will I get admission in Mithibai College, Gujarati quota? Tough. 83% में tough है Mithibai College. Normally 86-87% होता है with Gujarati quota. Shilpesh. Isha, sir, will we get? No, we are not getting a certificate for this webinar. Yeah, will I get admission if I got 87 in IGCSE with Gujarati quota? I think Mithibai 87, you have fair chances in Gujarati quota. What are the best colleges? I'm coming to the best colleges in the next slide. Surely, CFA only is enough for CA plus CFA. यार मतलब काफी लोग 15 degrees करते हैं, काफी लोग 1 degree करते हैं. It depends on you. Like a lot of people only do CFA and are successful. A lot of people do CA and CFA are successful. It depends on your skill, your interest, what you want to do. Yeah, in commerce, which is what I have chosen. I didn't get you. हाँ मतलब admission मिल जाएगा Mithibai commerce में. ठीक है. I will now get into the next part, which is I think I've answered almost all the questions. If there are any questions left, you can ask me at the end of the presentation. I will be answering all the questions at that time also. Meanwhile, do like the video, to subscribe to our channel. Please don't forget doing that and press the bell button. Let's start with the PPT. Okay. So, काफी लोग पूछे थे colleges. So these are the best colleges in Bombay. So Tier A, like the topmost colleges, जहाँ पे approximate percentage required to get admission is above 88. So we have NM, Jain, HR, Mithibai and RA Podar. ये 5 colleges है. In the quota, Gujarati quota या Sindhi quota में आपका थोड़ा better होगा, थोड़ा कम होगा percentage. But overall you need to score well, and these are the best colleges. यहाँ से आपको best admissions or I can say best jobs भी मिलेंगे. फिर Tier B, which is a bit lesser, by mistake. UPG यहाँ पे मत गिनना, वो 10th के बाद नहीं आता है. So just cancel out UPG. We have KC, Danukar, MCCs, Bulod, Somaya, NK. ये सारी colleges आती है Tier B में. Obviously there is a list of maybe 100 more colleges. I can't write all of them. मैंने थोड़े यहाँ पे नाम दिए हैं. And then there's Tier C, which is 70 to 80%, जहाँ पे colleges आती है Bhavan, Hinduja, Rizvi, Malia, SIS. ये सारी colleges आती है Tier C में. So these are the 3 tiers which are there. Always prefer going to Tier A first. Tier A में नहीं मिला तो Tier B लो. Tier B में नहीं मिला तो Tier C लो. But always prefer like work hard for Tier A. आपकी life sort हो जाएगी. Now graduation courses. Which are the various graduation courses? So we have Mumbai University and private universities. So in Mumbai University we have BCom, BAF, BMS, BFM, BMM, BBI. इस थोड़े नाम दिए मैंने यहाँ पे और थोड़े private universities के. So I'll just give you briefs about all of them. So when I talk about graduation courses, these are the courses which you have to choose after 12th. The direct entry which every college gives, वो मैं आपको बोला ना कि आपको in-house मिल जाएगा directly 12th में जो भी marks आए उससे current college में से, वो BCom है. Like मैंने अगर 11th में BCom लिया और मेरे को 12th में let's assume 75% ही आया, तो भी मुझे NM में 13th में या graduation में BCom मिल जाएगा. बाकी सारी चीज के लिए BAF, BMS, BBA जो भी लिखा है सबके लिए आपके marks important है. So even if I'm in NM in 12th and I want BAF in NM only, I still need to take admission on the basis of merit and not on the basis of in-house. There is no in-house quota for BAF, BMS, BFM, BMM, BBI. उसके लिए कोई भी in-house quota नहीं है. Please remember. So BCom is basically the most basic course. It is the course which is the oldest course in Mumbai University, which they offer. The most generic course. थोड़ा eco पढ़ोगे, थोड़ा accounts पढ़ोगे, थोड़ा stats पढ़ोगे, थोड़ा business पढ़ोगे, सब कुछ थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ोगे. काफी इजी कोर्स है। तो जो लोग प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज करते हैं, जिनको सीए करना है, सीएस करना है, सीएफए करना है, वो सारी चीज जो करनी है वो लोग प्रेफर करते हैं बीकॉम करना, बिकॉज दे हैव टू पुट इन अ लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट्स इन देयर प्रोफेशनल कोर्स। सो साथ में इफ दे हैव एन इजी अंडरग्रेड कोर्स और एन इजी डिग्री कॉलेज, it is always preferable, or it is always better. Next, BAF. BAF is accounting and finance. So the name fools you. There is no finance in BAF. It is only accounting. So people who want to get make their career into accounting, उन लोग के लिए BAF is a good option. So people who want to do CA. CA के साथ also BAF is a good option. Next is BMS. BMS is Bachelor's in Management Studies. So people who want to make their career into management, like थोड़ा marketing पढ़ना है, थोड़ा finance पढ़ना है, थोड़ा HR पढ़ना है, ओवरऑल मैनेज कैसे करते हैं बिजनेसेस, हाउ डू यू बी अ गुड मैनेजर, हाउ डू यू मैनेज अ टीम, हाउ डू यू मैनेज प्रोडक्ट्स, यू नो, वो सब चीज होती है, तो वो सब करना है तो बीएमएस इज अ गुड ऑप्शन। अ वेरी सिमिलर कोर्स टू बीएमएस इज बीबीए। सो अगर आपने बीएमएस लिया है मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी में और आपको उसका ही सिमिलर ऑप्शन चाहिए ना प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी, उसको हम बोलते हैं बीबीए। सो दे आर वेरी सिमिलर। देन वी हैव, आई विल कम टू बीबीए लेटर ऑन। Then we have BFM. BFM is Bachelor's of Financial Markets. So if you want to make your career into financial markets, that is stock markets, if you want to make your career into capital markets, investment banker बनना है, equity research में जाना है, stock trader बनना है, stock investor बनना है, तो BFM is a good course. Then BMM. BMM is mass media. If you want to get into advertisement, journalism, you know, everything into media industry, film direction, film production, photography, video editing, वो सारी चीज के लिए BMM is a good option. And then we have BBI. BBI is banking and insurance. So if you want to get into banking and insurance, as the name suggests, आपको banks में job चाहिए या फिर insurance company में job चाहिए, insurance agent बनना है, तो BBI is a good option. So these are the 6 most common graduation courses offered by Mumbai University. All of them are 3-year courses. Please remember, all of them are 3-year courses. I'll just take a break. I'll just drink a bit of water. Yeah. Next is private universities. So private universities में सबसे famous in Bombay is NMIMS. Please remember, अभी जो मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, please everyone remember this. To get admission into NMIMS, you need to compulsory have maths in your 11th and 12th. If you have dropped maths in 11th and 12th, you are not eligible to give the entrance exam only. There is an entrance exam called as NPAT, NPAT for NMIMS. उसके लिए eligibility is taking maths in 11th, 12th. If you have dropped maths, you're not eligible. I hope this is registered in everyone's mind. Because most people repent later on. मेरे पास आते बात में काउंसलिंग के लिए, सर अभी क्या करें, हमने तो मैथ्स दिया नहीं था, हमको पता नहीं था, इसलिए मैं आपको अभी बोल रहा हूँ कि मिस्टेक मत करना, प्लीज मैथ्स लेना, अगर आपको NMIMS में लेना है तो, वरना ड्रॉप कर सकते हैं। So BBA is very similar to BMS. Bachelor's in Business Administration. You study a bit of business, a bit of accounts, a bit of finance, a bit of commerce, a bit of marketing, a bit of media. सब कुछ थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ते हो. That's what BBA is. Next course is BSc in Finance. So BSc Finance basically is very similar to BFM. If you want to make your career into financial markets, I'll repeat, if you want to make your career into financial markets, you want to become an investment banker, equity research, जो सब मैंने आपको BFM के लिए बोला, वैसा ही similar courses in NMIMS is BSc Finance. Ideally, BSc Finance, according to me, is one of the best finance courses in India. Very well made, very well developed, very well taught. Then we have BSc Economics. So if you want to make a career into economics, again NMIMS gives you that option. Again, a very good course. Stats, किसी ने मुझे stats के लिए पूछा था. So I told you ISI is the best college in India, Kolkata. Bombay की best college is again NMIMS, Sunandan Devatia School of Statistics, ऐसा कुछ नाम है. So they have BSc Stats and they have BSc Applied Stats. So both are good courses in statistics also, best in Bombay at least. So these are good courses. Only thing, please remember, all these courses, all these private university NMIMS courses are very expensive. So ये सारी चीज का आपको एक साल का फीस होगा 15,000 रुपए, तीनों साल का टोटल मिला के 50,000 में सब खत्म हो जाएगा आपका। इधर एक साल का फीस 3 से 4 लाख रुपए होगा। So it's I can say around 20 to 25 times more expensive compared to Mumbai University. Personally, that is why I am very against private universities. If you want to spend for a master's, as I told you. MBA के लिए spend करो, go for the best colleges, but don't stretch yourself for undergrad. Also, if you are getting into tier, like if the option is tier A college or Mumbai University versus a private university, I would any day prefer your this. Please remember, ये 10th के बाद का नहीं है, 12th के बाद का है. Or else, if you have tier B or tier C, so tier B maybe I'll say go for tier B over private. But if you're getting into a tier C college, then I would suggest go for private universities because the crowd matters a lot. So if you can pay, if you can afford, if you have the money, then go for private universities if the option is that versus this. Else, even if you can pay and the option is tier A, go for tier A. Like this will always have more value. I don't want you to spend uselessly. That's the whole idea. If you're a commerce student, the first thing you need to understand is value of money. If you do not understand the value of money as a commerce student, तुम्हारा education failure है, समझ जाओ. Because as a commerce student, like आपको क्या आना चाहिए पैसा का value, कि पैसा कैसा save करना है, पैसे कैसे कमाने हैं, कैसे rich बनना है. You need to understand all those things very well as a commerce student because that is the heart of commerce. So if you don't understand that as a student and if you spend when you had options of not spending, then it's a waste. So that's why I am someone who suggests study well, score well, and get out here. That's the idea. Simple. Then we have another option which is IIM Indore. IIM Indore gives you a BBA plus MBA का combined course. It's called an integrated MBA. So that's a 5-year course. उसके लिए आपको एक entrance exam देनी पड़ती है जिसका नाम होता है IPMT. So that is also an option if you want to get into IIM Indore. You can study well in your 12th, get good marks, and also give your entrance exam which is IPMT. And on that basis you get into IIM Indore. Next is there's a college. There's a course called as BME, which is Bachelor's in Management and Entrepreneurship, which is offered by ISME. So ISME is a private college in Lower Parel. That's also a decently good course. We also have more private universities than which I named. So we have Podar World School, we have Amity. So ये सब colleges भी आपको BBA और सब देता है. But the same concept stays. Like if you can get out here, the best. If you can get out here, the next best. If you can't get out here and you can afford, I'll repeat, and you can afford, then you go here. If you can't afford, then still you go here only. पैसे सबसे पहले आते हैं. And इसमें भी I would prefer IIM and NMIM सबसे पहले, and then the remaining ones. That's my personal preference. Next, we'll get into professional courses. So multiple professional courses I've chosen out here. So काफी लोग CFA के बारे में पूछ रहे थे, law के बारे में पूछ रहे थे. I'll try and clear the queries. We'll start with CA. Most important and the best course. Hands down, commerce का India में best course फिलहाल कौन सा है? CA है. Best course में multiple ways से बोलता हूँ. First way is the kind of employment opportunities. You will never see a CA unemployed. I can guarantee. I can bet my name on it. I'm a chartered accountant myself. A CA might be working in a field which he does not like, but seeing a CA unemployed or getting very less paid is impossible. That's the beauty about CA because CA जब आप कर रहे हो ना, तभी आप 3 साल का आर्टिकलशिप करते हो. आपने 3 साल ऑलरेडी कोई ऑफिस में काम करके एक्सपीरियंस लिया है. The maturity which you have, the kind of I can say the work culture, the work ethic, everything which you have is like a professional. So which is very good. Except for that, the course structure is made in such a way that I can say in India, CA is the epitome for accountancy, for taxation, for auditing, for financial management, and for costing. ये पांचों के लिए I can say the best course in India right now is CA. That's how well the course is made. So ideally कैसा होता है कि आप कोई एक कोर्स करते हो ना तो एक फील्ड में अच्छे बनते हो, पर आप सीए करते हो ना तो आप इतनी सारी फील्ड में अच्छे बनते हो, और इतनी सारी फील्ड में अच्छे बनते हो तो इतने सारे जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज खुलते हैं. आप इतने सारे फील्ड, इनके अलावा आप इक्विटी में जा सकते हो, आप फॉरेंसिक्स में जा सकते हो, कितनी सारी ऑप्शंस है जहाँ पे आप जा सकते हो. Because of which this is any day preferred. If you are a student who's good in studies, who's hardworking, more than good in studies, the word I use is hardworking. If you're hardworking, if you're ambitious, if you want to make a good life, CA is one of the best courses possible for you as a commerce student. Almost all the big CEOs in India currently, almost everyone are CAs. Almost all the big fund managers in India right now are CAs. From Kumar Mangalam Birla to Nilesh Shah, everyone like CEOs पकड़ो आप, सब ये सब बड़े बड़े ब्रोकरेज कंपनी जो है, ईडलवाइस है, मोतीलाल ओसवाल है, ये सब ने जिन्होंने चालू किए हैं, IIFL है, ये सब किसने किया है? ये सब CAs ही है. So it's something which teaches you a lot. It gives you a lot. Now I'll come to the education of CA. CA, people feel about tough and what difficult. Agree. It's tough, it's difficult. But remember, you can never, like a flight will take off against the wind only. You can fly, you can be ambitious, you can make it big only when you are facing difficulties. अगर हर जगह इजी वे से आपको आउट मिलेगा, हर जगह इजी सब कुछ होगा, तो सब लोग कर पाएंगे, सब लोग कर पाएंगे, तो सबका कोई कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं रहेगा. वैल्यू कब रहेगा? ओनली व्हेन, आई रिपीट, ओनली व्हेन यू हैव डन समथिंग विच एवरीवन कैन डू. So it says that for I always use this quote where I say that if you want to do, or I can say if you want to be something which others can't be, or if you want to achieve something that others can't achieve, then first do something that others aren't doing, which is very important. So everyone can't do CA, or everyone isn't doing CA. Only the best can do CA and clear it. So give in your efforts, put in your efforts, do it. I'm telling you, it's worth it, completely worth it. So there are three levels. The first level is called CA Foundation, जो आप 12th के बाद दे सकते हो. जहाँ पे 4 पेपर है, which are 2 are objective papers and 2 are subjective papers. Then level 2 has 8 papers, where we have all subjective papers, which is called CA Intermediate. And level 3 is CA Final, which again has 8 papers, which is CA Final. आपको CA Intermediate के बाद आर्टिकलशिप चालू करनी होती है, जो 3 साल की होती है. उसमें से एक ग्रुप क्लियर करोगे तो आपका चालू हो जाएगा. That's how the CA course is structured. One thing which I wanted to tell people, where people make mistake, never ever join any tuitions where they are offering you, or any option where they're offering you 11th plus 12th plus CA. No, please don't. I'll tell you why. Because when you, as a parent, if I am choosing 11th plus 12th plus CA just because it's cheap, आप स्टूडेंट्स के ऑप्शंस कम कर देते हो. लेट्स अज्यूम स्टूडेंट को और कुछ करना है, 12th के बाद उसको सीए नहीं करना है, उसको और कुछ करना है, और कोई चीज में इंटरेस्ट है. यू आर ऑटोमेटिकली टेलिंग द किड दैट आई हैव ऑलरेडी पेड फॉर दिस, तुझे ये करना पड़ेगा. उसके पहले से माइंड में वो टेंशन रहेगा कि मेरे पेरेंट्स इसके लिए पे कर दिया. So please never go for these kind of options. Like keep your options always open. So and this is because a lot of parents make this mistake. They come to me later on after the child is clear. I can say cleared his college. Like आपका 11th 12th हो गया है, आपने एग्जाम दी फाउंडेशन, आप फाउंडेशन में भी 2-3 अटेम्प्ट से क्लियर नहीं कर पा रहे हो, फिर आते हैं सर ये मेरा बच्चा क्लियर नहीं कर रहा है. चाइल्ड स्टूडेंट कम्स एंड टेल्स मी सर मुझे इंटरेस्ट नहीं है इस चीज में, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वी डिड इट. So I'm just telling you pehle se, this is a mistake which a lot of people do, and that is why I'm telling, please ensure you do not commit a similar mistake. So I think I have explained in brief about CA. There can be a million more questions about CA. So if you all have any questions in CA, please ask in the Q&A session in the end. I will be very happy to answer all of them. Then we have CS, which is Company Secretary. Again, very similar to CA, but CA mein we have more of practical. CA has more of theory. It's more about compliance, basically whether all the laws and regulations are followed by companies or not. That is what a CS has to take care of. Even in the education part, CA is more of practical, and there is more of accountancy. In CS, there is less of practical and more of theory. So there is more of law, more of audit, more of compliance-based subjects. Again, 3 levels. Now, there is one thing which a lot of people don't know, that आपने CA का foundation clear किया ना, तो आप automatically CS के foundation से exempt हो जाते हो. So after clearing CA foundation, you can go for CA level 2 also, or you can go for CS level 2 also. So CS may we have the 3 levels are, so we have CS foundation, and then we have CS executive, and then we have CS professional. ये 3 levels है. Very similar structure to CA. Second level में again 8 papers, and third level में they have 9 papers. But so यहाँ पे it was 4 plus 8 plus 8. यहाँ पे it is 4 plus 8 plus 9. Again, CS also has a decent amount of value. So people who do not like accounts, who do not like practical subjects, who do not like numbers a lot, and want to make it big in life, want to do something which is challenging, good, etc., CS is a good option. CS में भी आर्टिकलशिप कंपलसरी है आपको, पर उसमें कैसा है कि ऐसा नहीं जैसे यहाँ पे कैसे सीए इंटर की एक ग्रुप के बाद 3 साल है, यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है. यहाँ पे डिपेंडिंग ऑन आप कभी चालू करते हो ना, उससे डिसाइडेड होता है कि सीएस एग्जीक्यूटिव के बाद चालू किया तो 3 साल, CS प्रोफेशनल की एग्जाम के पहले किया तो 2 साल, उसके बाद किया तो 1 साल. So depends on when you are starting your internship, the number of years keep on changing. Both these courses can be done directly after 12th. Then we have CFA. Someone asked for CFA. CFA is Chartered Financial Analyst. It's offered by the US Virginia University. It's globally recognized. The #1 finance degree in the world right now is CFA. This can be done only after graduation. So in the last year of graduation, you can give a level 1. In the level 2 and level 3 can be given only after you finish your graduation. So graduation complete किया फिर level 2 और उसके 1 साल बाद level 3. Now CFA exams का level 1 and level 2 are completely MCQ. Level 3 is half MCQ and half subjective. That is what it is right now. again, every 2 years they keep on changing something. So by the time you reach there, things will change. But just for knowledge base, please remember, अगर आपको finance में interest है, one of the best options for you is CFA. In simple terms, if you are doing a BMS, a BBA, a BSc Finance, a BFM, etc., साथ में आपको कोई कोर्स करना है, आप CS नहीं कर रहे हो, तो आप कॉलेज के सेकंड ईयर से CFA की पढ़ाई चालू कर सकते हो. इट्स अ गुड ऑप्शन. एक्चुअलीज होता है दो इंस्टीट्यूट से, यूके से और इंडिया से. पहले क्या था, पहले यूके और इंडिया का है ना, देवर आई कैन से correct is the wrong word, but they were joined. Like they had a pact. So if you cleared exams in India, you could automatically give the, or I can say you were exempted the UK papers. And if you cleared the UK paper, you were automatically exempted in India. But recently ये pact नहीं रहा है. People don't know about this a lot. Now it is not there. Now अगर आप इंडिया का चालू करोगे तो आपको इंडिया ही कंप्लीट करना है. आप यूके का चालू करोगे तो यूके कंप्लीट करना है. Please remember this thing. You cannot now say मैं XYZ पेपर यहाँ से दूंगा, बाकी पेपर यहाँ से दूंगा. ऐसा नहीं है अभी. That's not allowed. So one of the toughest courses currently is actuaries. It's very difficult. Like the toughest amongst all of this, I can say would be actuaries. 15 पेपर आपको देने हैं. There are 9, 3, 2, 1 ऐसे आपको stages आते हैं. In India, you need to first clear an entrance exam called as ACET, ASET, and then you can go ahead. तो 12th के बाद आपको ASET देना पड़ता है, जिसके लिए मैथ्स आपके 12th में होना कंपलसरी है, वरना आप ASET नहीं दे सकते हो. अगर आप यूके बोर्ड से कर रहे हो तो आप 10th के बाद ये डायरेक्टली चालू कर सकते हो. एंड 10th के बाद आप डायरेक्टली यूके बोर्ड की पेपर्स, लाइक यू टू स्टडी ऑन योर ओन एंड गिव द पेपर्स, स्टडी ऑन योर ओन एंड गिव द पेपर्स. There is a very big misconception which people have that actuaries earn massively. I'm not saying they don't, but the numbers have gone down a lot. Like rumors होते हैं कि 50 लाख, 60 लाख, 80 लाख, 1 करोड़ मिलता है, ऐसा नहीं है. That was years back. Now the thing is, in fact, now actuaries is a field where demand is much lesser than the supply. In the last 5 to 7 years, इतने सारे classes खड़े हो गए actuaries के, इतना सारा marketing हुआ उसका, कि number of people opting for actuaries has increased a lot. But the amount of work they can do is very limited. They are into valuation and of insurance plans. आपके लिए सब plans और insurance के होते हैं ना कि every year आप इतना इतना भरो, आपको इतना premium भरोगे तो इतना amount मिलेगा. वो सारी चीज actuaries बनाते हैं. जैसे मैंने आपको CA के लिए बोला कि CA इतना सारा काम कर सकते हैं, वैसे actuaries का work is very niche, very specific. So when the supply increases, number of people increase, the demand has not increased, because of it the value has fallen a lot. So only I repeat, only and only if you're very good in math and stats and you love math and stats, you're amazingly good and you love it, तो इसके लिए जाना, वरना I would not suggest you to go for actuaries. MBA को हम गुजराती में बोलते हैं मने बधु आवड़े. MBA are like firefighters. They are the people who I can say are good in management skills, are good in marketing skills, are good in front end, basically talking, convincing, presentation skills. ये सब MBA अच्छे करते हैं. MBA can be done only after your graduation. I would prefer that you do MBA only after taking at least a 2-year gap. मतलब आप graduation complete करो, फिर 2 साल wait करो, 2 साल और कुछ करो, जिसके बाद like और कुछ कमी नहीं है, job करो. So work for 2 years, get 2 years of work experience, then only go for your MBA. MBA के लिए आपको entrance test देनी पड़ती है. So we have CAT, NMAT, GMAT, SNAP, multiple entrance tests are there depending on which college you want to go. In MBA, which college you go into matters the most. The top MBA colleges of India, IIM Ahmedabad, ISB Hyderabad, IIM Kolkata, Bangalore, etc. वहाँ पे आपको 25 to 30 lakhs per year के average packages मिलते हैं. If you go into bad MBA colleges, जो local MBA colleges होती है, जिसका इतना नाम नहीं है, जहाँ पे आपको कम percentile के साथ मिल जाता है, वहाँ से आपको average packages मिलते हैं 3 से 4 लाख रुपए. Does not make sense. Like वो तो आपको graduation के बाद भी मिल सकता है. So MBA करना है तो अच्छी कॉलेज से ही करना है, वो दिमाग में डाल देना अभी से ही. Please remember, MBA only from a good college, otherwise it is useless. Okay, and for which you need to study a lot. And as I told you, maths is compulsory in the entrance exam, and that is why I always prefer कि 11th 12th में भी maths रखो, थोड़ा आपका continuity रहेगा, थोड़ा you will be much more comfortable. And you won't have that phobia कि मेरे को मैथ्स पसंद ही नहीं है, 11th 12th में किया है तो. And then during your MBA entrance exam, you can re-study and give the exam. Law. So law दो types होता है. One can be after 12th, one can be after graduation. If you do after 12th, it is 5 years. If you do after graduation, it is 3 years. Now, from last 2-3 years onwards, law के लिए एक entrance exam आ गई है. So if you want to get into the best law schools in India, called as the NALSAs or the National Law Schools, National Law Universities, you need to give an entrance exam called as CLAT, CLAT, Common Legal Aptitude Test. उसके मार्क्स के हिसाब से आपको मिलता है. ये एग्जाम सिर्फ 12th के बाद ही होती है, बिकॉज ये सारी कॉलेजेस ग्रेजुएशन के बाद वाला ऑप्शन नहीं देती, वो सिर्फ 12+5 ही देती है. तो 12th के बाद आपको क्लैट देना होता है और उसके बेसिस पे आपको एडमिशन मिलता है. आइडियली इसके लिए आपका क्लासेस, इसके लिए ट्रेनिंग, ट्यूशंस आपके 10th के बाद अभी इन द नेक्स्ट कपल ऑफ मंथ्स ही चालू हो जाने चाहिए. डोंट वेट, बिकॉज ये सिर्फ वीकेंड्स पे होता है और पोर्शन काफी सारा है. सो एंड सेकंड ऑप्शन इज आप टीवाई के बाद करोगे. टीवाई के बाद करोगे तो 3 साल का है. उसके लिए 2 ऑप्शन है, मतलब द ऑप्शन इज दैट यू गेट इनटू महाराष्ट्र. सो उसके लिए द एंट्रेंस एग्जाम व्हिच यू हैव टू गिव इज MHCET LLB. सो 12th के बाद भी आप महाराष्ट्र में ले सकते हो, तो उसके लिए भी एंट्रेंस MHCET LLB है. सो इन महाराष्ट्र आल्सो यू हैव 12+5, बट महाराष्ट्र ओनली गिव्स यू द ऑप्शन ऑफ 15+3, दैट इज ग्रेजुएशन के बाद 3 साल की. उसके लिए भी एंट्रेंस एग्जाम इज MHCET LLB ओनली. So irrespective of you want to study in a national law school, in a NALSAR, or in a local university or local college of yours, you need to give an entrance test. So MHCET LLB say the top colleges in Bombay are GLC, that is Government Law College is #1, Churchgate. Then we have PGCL, Praveen Gandhi College of Law, which is #2, and we have KC, which is again Churchgate, which is #3. So I hope all these professional courses आप लोग properly समझ गए हो. कोई भी क्वेश्चंस हो, कोई भी डाउट्स हो, आप मुझे पूछ सकते हो इन द Q&A session, and I will be happy to answer all those questions later on. Next, now why is 11th important? So a lot of people don't understand that 11th is one of the most important years in a commerce student's life. 2 reasons. One reason is he has a lot of time to pursue his hobbies, passions, etc. So he will improve or she will improve as a person. The student will improve their soft skills, their abilities, their maturity level increases. ये सारा काफी होता है. Second, which is very important, is it is a base. आप ये देख रहे हो, पत्ते का घर बनाया मैंने. इसका बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर बेस वीक रहा तो ऊपर से सब कुछ गिर जाएगा, आप कितना भी ट्राई करोगे. सेम वे जैसे आप स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, अगर आप स्कूल में इन योर प्राइमरी सेक्शंस, इन सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ, जब आपको एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन सिखा रहे थे, अगर उधर ही आपने प्रॉपर्ली कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं किया और आपका वो वीक रह गया, तो आगे आपका मैथ्स वीक ही रहने वाला है. सेम वे अकाउंट्स, इकोनॉमिक्स, ऑल दीज सब्जेक्ट्स आर अ कंटिन्यूएशन सब्जेक्ट्स. आप जो 11 से सीखते हो ना, वो आप सीए फाइनल में भी यूज करते हो. वो कॉन्सेप्ट्स आपके सेम ही रहेंगे. द गोल्डन रूल्स ऑफ अकाउंटिंग रिमेन द सेम एंड एवरीथिंग रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड दैट ओनली. So it is very important for people to understand that 11th में आपका जो base बनेगा in accounting, in economics, etc. has to be very strong. If your base is weak, अगर आप रट्टा मार रहे हो, आप सिर्फ याद रख रहे हो entries, तो आपको आगे जाके बहुत problems होगी. So please understand and please remember that you study these subjects conceptually and make your base strong. If you keep your base weak, you will face a lot of issues in the future, guys. So 11th को lightly मत लेना. Again, like I teach students from 11th FIJC से लेके CA CFA तक सब पढ़ाते हैं हम लोग. So I have seen the difference. I have seen if someone's base is weak, what is the problem they face. I have seen that what if the base is strong, कितना easy पड़ता है सब professional courses करना उनके लिए. Because CA CS CFA सब में accounting knowledge और base strong होना बहुत बहुत ही important है. So please remember guys कि you make your base very strong. Study all of these things conceptually. Don't take these things lightly. Okay, guys, I hope I am very clear with this part. Next, what we will cover is common careers. So careers which are open for everyone. These are common careers. So when I say common careers, I mean ये commerce students तो कर ही सकते हैं, पर बाकी students भी ले सकते हैं. So we have management. So after 12th, you can get into things like event management, hotel management, sports management. So ये सारे careers भी options open है students के लिए. Or you can get into designing. So designing will be industrial designing, which is automobile, product, graphic, ये सारी चीज. और traditional designing, मतलब fashion, interior, ये सारी चीज. आप सब चीज में जा सकते हो. So ऐसा नहीं है कि if you take up commerce, आप सिर्फ commerce related चीजों में जा सकते हो. आप non-commerce careers भी ले सकते हो, which can be related to management, UPSC. आप teacher बन सकते हो, आप designing में जा सकते हो, आप ये सारी चीज कर सकते हो. For designing, please remember, if अब 12th के बाद आपको ये कोई designing में जाना है, तो उसके लिए सबके लिए एंट्रेंस एग्जाम रहेगी और एंट्रेंस एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपरेशन आपको अभी से चालू करनी पड़ेगी. सो द ट्यूशंस फॉर द एंट्रेंस एग्जाम फॉर डिजाइनिंग विल स्टार्ट आफ्टर 10th ओनली. डोंट बी लेट इन डूइंग दैट, अदरवाइज आप पीछे रह जाओगे. प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट. सो दीस आर सम ऑफ द कॉमन करियर्स. इसके अलावा ऐसा टोल्ड यू, वी हैव यूपीएससी, UPSC is done after graduation. जिसके लिए preparation starts after 12th, but exams can happen only after graduation. UPSC basically is our IAS officer, IPS officer, IFS officer बनने के लिए जो exam देनी पड़ती है. Union Public Service Commission exams वो UPSC में आता है. And you can get into teaching also. So everything can happen. So I did my commerce, I did my BCom, I did my CA, I did my law, and today I'm a teacher. I'm one of the finest teachers you can find for a lot of subjects. So after doing commerce, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको practice ही करना है. आप काफी सारी चीज कर सकते हो. So I'm an entrepreneur. मैंने खुद का business चालू किया है. So all these things can be done. So this is about the common careers. Now common mistakes. So what are the mistakes which people make after 10th? And this is very common. And some of them are something जहाँ से जिसकी वजह से student का ना पूरा career, you know, their career path changes. Their careers, I can't say they get destroyed because everyone always knows that after some time you can obviously come up and there's nothing called as there's an end. You try and try till you succeed types होते रहता है. But these are mistakes because of which I can say a lot of students don't do things which they really wanted to do. So first is overweight on total marks. People, a lot of people feel that if I score very well, I should go for science. If I score less, I should go for arts. Else go for commerce. Wrong. ऐसा जरा भी नहीं है. In fact, in Bombay, the highest cutoffs now, I'll be very frank, highest cutoffs after 10th are for commerce colleges. NM, Jai Hind, के cutoffs, open category, they are around 92 to 93%, which is huge. Even science colleges, I talk about Ruya, Ruparel, Sathe, the best colleges of science also, उनके भी cutoffs are lesser than that. So that just proves that people who are scoring a lot, ऐसा नहीं कि वो science में जा रहे हैं, वो commerce में भी आ रहे हैं because there are a lot of advantages of taking up commerce. तो मैंने आपको स्टार्टिंग में बोला, you want a good pay, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want a better, I can say, less stressful life in 11th 12th, वो सारी चीज आपको कॉमर्स में मिलती है. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि आप पढ़ाई में बहुत अच्छे हो तो आपको साइंस ही लेना है. इवन इफ यू आर वेरी गुड इन स्टडीज, कॉमर्स इज स्टिल अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन फॉर एवरीवन. नेक्स्ट, underweight on competition. People don't understand that after college or after school, once you get into college, competition is not with that 40 people. Competition is massive. Competition with a huge crowd. When you are giving your CA entrance exams, MBA entrance exams, आप लाखों लोग के साथ compete कर रहे हो, and your performance will always be judged depending on how you are doing amongst so many people. So understand this thing that competition is very important and it will bring the best out of you. But साथ साथ में आपको समझना important है because competition ज्यादा है. That's why you should select something which is your strength. जैसे यहाँ पे मतलब don't select something which is a weaknesses. Because if you are selecting something which is in which you are weak, you will be exposed by the competition around. स्कूल में इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा था, पर जब भी बड़े कंपटीशन में आए तो बहुत ही फर्क पड़ेगा. So please understand that competition बढ़ने वाला है, and that is why select something, select a career which you like, which you love to do, and which you are good at, which is your strength. Next, dropping maths after 10th. So I have explained this already, that why you shouldn't drop maths after 10th. It will help you in getting admissions after 12th into BBA, actuaries, IIM Indore, etc. And it will help you in your MBA entrances also. And not focusing on student strength. As I told you, that don't choose something because your friend is choosing. Don't choose something because it looks good in the society. Choose something which you are good at. Just imagine now that if Sachin Tendulkar wouldn't have chosen cricket and would be a musician, kitna ganda hota wo. Like he chose something which was his strength. Shah Rukh Khan chose something which was his strength. APJ Abdul Kalam chose something which was his strength. And that's when they became these big, I can say, successful people. So you choose something which is your strength. Strength means something which you are better than everyone around you. And automatically, remember, you will become successful. आप जो भी field लो. Like someone, you ask me, people ask me, sir, CA अच्छा है कि CF अच्छा है? Sir, law अच्छा है कि CA अच्छा है? Please remember, it depends from student to student. जो student का strength CA के साथ match हो रहा है, उसको CA करना चाहिए. जो student का strength law के साथ match हो रहा है, उसको law करना चाहिए. So focus on your strengths, which is going to be extremely important, guys. So that is the next thing which I am saying. उसके बाद some advice from my side. So some things which I've told, I'm just repeating. Please remember, spend more for your masters than high school or undergrad, guys. The only thing which in the end will matter is your best MBA college in the crowd around you in your college. So don't go for don't spend uselessly for your undergrad and high school. बहुत problem होएगा. And मतलब don't stretch yourself. पैसे है करना तो अलग बात है, but don't stretch yourself. You need a good college because it is the people around you that define you. आप कॉलेज से कभी है ना एजुकेशन और नॉलेज से बाहर लेके नहीं जाते हो. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हिच यू टेक आउट ऑफ कॉलेज इज रिलेशनशिप्स, इज द पीपल अराउंड यू, द काइंड ऑफ फ्रेंड्स you've made, the kind of network you've made. So the better the college, the better the network. Simple. And most people who become successful are the ones who have a very strong network. So in Gujarati we have a quote which says Od Khan is Sauthi Moti Khan. Od Khan means the number of people you know, and Khan means a diamond mine. So the biggest mine, or the mine which will give you the most valuable assets, or the most valuable stones, is going to be the people you know. So that's why the college you choose is going to be very important. Next, the grass is always greener on the other side. So if you choose X, you'll feel Y is better. If you choose Y, you'll feel X is better. So grass will always be greener on the other side. So don't say Kash wo liya hota, Kash ye liya hota, etc. Next, do not choose something because your friends are choosing that. As I told you, choose something which is your strength and not what is your friend's strength. So that is very important. And last, be practical. Probability of success is very important. So whatever you choose, please remember कि आपको successful होना है. And choose something which is your strength, because if you choose something which is your strength, the probability that you will become successful is going to be much more higher. So please be practical in life. Don't just say that मेरे को cricketer बनना है, मेरे को musician बनना है. Understand that when there are, people say struggling actors. Like there are lakhs and lakhs of struggling actors, जिसमें से 2 या 3 successful होते हैं. Probability very low. CA, lakh people give 10,000 year, all the 10,000 are successful. Probability is very high. So remember, this is very important because Indian paid करना है, उनको successful होना है. So these are the important advices from my side, guys. Please remember these things. And this is after having a lot of experience in the field of teaching, in the field of counseling, in the field of advising. I have, and वो सब experience के through मैं आपको ये सब advices दे रहा हूँ. So please important, it's going to be very important. So yeah, that's from my side. Again, the upcoming schedule for webinars: Monday, CA Ashwir Jain. I told you 5 to 6:30 about bank loans, and Saturday I'll be taking on from 11 to 12:30 on entrepreneurship. Again, we're starting our FIJC tuitions from 1st of June. People who are interested can let us know. We have our branches in Villapale, Goregaon, and Malad. We are going to have online lectures as of now. You know, and Bombay is in a very bad situation. So I think in the next 3 months online ही रहने वाला है. After which we will be shifting to classroom lectures. As well as after that, we'll still be giving online batch option also. So someone who's staying far and just wants to take an online batch, they can do that too. So 27th May को हम लोग का demo lecture है at 4 p.m. So if you are in bigger groups and all, we also give you attractive offers. So we have an early bird admission discount also, and we have group discount also. We normally take classes or lectures in groups of 25 students approximately, ensuring personal attention. Take regular tests so that students score well. We have got exceptional past results. In fact, last year, 65% of the students we had in 12th standard got above 90 marks in accounts and maths both. That is a huge thing. Like the strike rate we have is very good because of the kind of efforts we put behind all our students. So if you are interested in registering for the free demo, you can contact on these specific numbers, or you can visit our website and register out there. So now I'll be opening up again for the Q&A session. So any kind of questions you'll have, you can post it. I will try and answer almost all the questions. Meanwhile, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Let me start. Nakshi, what are the best colleges for CFA? Nakshi, CFA is a प्रोफेशनल कोर्स. देयर आर नो कॉलेजेस फॉर सीएफए. तुमको सिर्फ एग्जाम देनी होती है बाहर से. सीए के लिए कैसे आप बीकॉम कर रहे हो साथ में आप सीए के एग्जाम दे रहे हो, वैसे ही आप कोई भी कोर्स कर रहे हो साथ में आप सीएफए के एग्जाम दे रहे हो. सो देयर इज नो स्पेसिफिक कॉलेज फॉर सीएफए. तुमको खुद पढ़ना है, क्लासेस में पढ़ना है और एग्जाम देनी है. आई थिंक ऊपर भी काफी सारे एग्जाम्स हैं, क्वेश्चंस हैं भी हुआ. I think someone spammed with a lot of questions. Please don't do that, guys. Where do I have to start? I think from here, from Rajesh. Can we do FIJC and UPSC? No, Rajesh. UPSC starts like the exams after your graduation. TY BCom के बाद होती है, तो उसका study starts after 12th only, not right now. Vyoma, 89% IGSC board. Vyoma, it's on the brink. ये साल तो पता नहीं. We don't know this year. This year because of this pandemic and all, we don't know how many people from out of Bombay will come here. So ideally in NM we have a lot of outstation students because of which the cutoffs are still higher. We don't know this year how it's going to be. Yeah, ये साल exams like 10th की exams ideally pending है CBSE और ICSE की. आप मुझे पूछो तो मुझे तो लग रहा है exams होगी नहीं because practically speaking having so many people write exams together in a center, getting in so many teachers, getting in security is impossible in the current state. Still, they have given the dates and they have told they will still finalize it in June, looking at the situation. So we don't know exams hogi, nahi hogi, kaun se marks count hoge, kaun se nahi hoenge. So we don't know as of now, Vyoma. But ideally, 89 is very much near to the level. So अगर NM नहीं तो मिट्टी में for sure मिल जाएगा 100%. Show me what is the process of getting into a banking job. I think I answered this thing. You do your BBI and then give your banking PO exams. Open cutoff Mayuresh NM college around 92%. ये साल पता नहीं क्या होगा जैसे मैंने बोला things this year are very different. We don't know. Seema Gupta after BCom I can do MBA. You don't need anything. You just need to do BCom and then give the MBA entrance exam. उसके बाद आपको MBA करने मिलेगा. No Tripti. You can become MBA after BCom, BAF, BFM, BMS. BBA is not compulsory for MBA. Please remember. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आपने BBA किया है, BAF किया है, BCom किया है, इतना सा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Jignesh sir, can we do more than one course of MBA? No, you can only do one course. You can't do more than one courses. Can you pursue CA after doing CA and is it helpful? Yes, Rahul, a lot of people do CA after CA. In fact, 40% of my friends who are CAs have done the CFA. So if you want to work in the finance industry, आपको purely finance में काम करना है, then CFA along with CA is always helpful. Slow, but can we still do MBA if you have dropped maths? Yeah, you can do. No one's stopping you. Just that if you've taken maths, it's always helpful. That's the only thing. MBA best college in Bombay. So now the top 3 colleges in Bombay are SP Jain, Jamnagar Bajaj, and NMIMS. SP Jain and NMIMS, the fees is around 20 lakhs for 2 years. Jamnagar Bajaj is 3 lakhs because JB is a government college. Deepika, can you do BAF and CFA? Yes. I currently I think I teach at least 15 students in my classes who are doing BAF and CFA. So जो CFA के ट्यूशंस के लाते हैं तो 15 स्टूडेंट्स तो BAF वाले हैं, so you can do that. Daksha sir, when to start CA classes from 12th or after 12th? After 12th. 12th खत्म होने के बाद आपकी एग्जाम्स होती है मार्च में. उसके बाद आपका CA फाउंडेशन एग्जाम आएगा नवंबर में. So मार्च से नवंबर के बीच में is the time when you need to prepare for your CA foundation exams. So not before that, Daksha. Savio, what are the best 5 subjects considered for commerce? So ISC gives the option of 5 subjects also. Other boards don't give. So ideally, accounts is there which you need to take. Then you need to take English. Baki 3 subjects में you have options. You have maths, eco, OC, second language, etc. I would prefer taking maths, eco, OC. And what are the chances of enrolling for dual colleges like CA and CFA, CA and LLB simultaneously after 12? So normally आप BCom plus CA तो कर ही रहे हो. तो काफी लोग BCom plus CA plus CS भी करते हैं पर वो इलीगल है. As per the CA Institute rules, आप CA के साथ कोई एक ही कोर्स कर सकते हो. So BCom और CA करो. So जैसे मैंने किया, I did BCom along with BCom I started CA. Once I finished my BCom, I started doing my LLB. So in a span of 6 years after my graduation, after my 12th, 3 साल BCom किया, फिर 3 साल मैंने लॉ किया और meanwhile इधर 4 साल में मैंने CA भी कंप्लीट कर दिया. So that's how I did. So you can do only one course along with CA, not more than that. And share some good classes of CA Foundation, CS Foundation, Law Entrance Training. So basically, CA classes, CA Foundation, CS Foundation, Law Entrance. There are multiple classes. Depends on what kind of like do you want group tuitions, do you want classes, etc. For group tuitions, you can let Mule only. We take tuitions for all these things. For classes, ideally, JK Shah is something which is very famous. Kiran, do we have entrance exam for CS? Yes, Kiran, you have a separate entrance exam for CS also. और else आप CA का foundation भी clear करके CS का second level पे जा सकते हो. So CS allows you 2 ways to enter. You give CA foundation and go to CS level 2, or you give CS foundation and go to CA level 2. दोनों option available आपके पास. No, you do not do it from a college or a university. It's an institute. So CS का भी institute है CA के जैसा. तो आप BCom कर रहे हो, BAF कर रहे हो, साथ में आप CS करते हो. Law कर रहे हो, साथ में CS करते हो. Forensics and business analytics का कोई डिग्री नहीं है. Yes, Savio. So there are no specific degrees. So ideally to get into forensics in accounting, आप CA करोगे फिर आपको forensics में, like depending on the kind of exposure you get during your articleship. Like when I was in my articleship, I got a couple of fraud investigation and forensics के assignments where I was an article. So if I've done that, automatically the probability of getting into forensics increases. That's how you do it. I think Nakshi answered that. Dhruvi, what if a student does not want to do BCom or CA? Okay, yeah, no, मतलब तुझे कुछ ना कुछ तो करना ही पड़ेगा. So you do BAF, you do BMS, because CA is not a graduation course. CA is a professional course. So if you just do a CA, you are still not a graduate. So you need to do a graduation course so that आगे आकर आपको कोई MCom करना है, MBA करना है, abroad जाना है, तो सब जगह graduation course is a compulsory. तो वो तुझे करना ही पड़ेगा. Dhiral, is CA more about remembering or logic? It's both. The syllabus is vast. You need to understand it and remember it both. Nakshi, what are the best colleges? I think I answered that. Rushabh, IPMT basically is the entrance exam for the integrated MBA in IIM Indore. So you give that exam, then you have a personal interview on the basis of which you get selected. 60 students are selected every year. That's about IPMT. It's a 5-year BBA plus MBA course out there. And BBA NMMS is like BMS. You study a bit of marketing, a bit of finance, a bit of HR, a bit of media, a bit of accountancy. That's about BBA. Vishwa, so can you please take a session on MBA? ठीक है Vishwa, I will see it. If time permits, I might take it and I'll let you know. Dharani, should I join NPAT classes from now? No, Dharani, no. NPAT है, D नहीं है, T है. And that should be joined. See, ideally, if you ask me, NPAT के लिए क्लास की जरूरत नहीं है. Most people clear NPAT without classes. ये तो classes उन्होंने डरा के रखा है आपको कि NPAT classes लेने पड़ेंगे, etc. And even if you want to take, only do a crash course after 12th, not before that. Guys. Please don't do it before that. It's very easy. Everyone can do it. It's your 10th standard maths portion, 10th standard English portion, and general knowledge. So not required. Ideally, if the student is a bit bright and a bit hardworking, the student can do it by themselves also. Can we do BBA and MBA? Yes, Mahat, you can do an BBA and then an MBA. No one, there's no problem. पर ऐसा नहीं कि BBA करके ही MBA कर सकते हैं. तुमने BCom किया है, BAF किया है, जो भी किया है, आप MBA कर सकते हो. Like any kind of undergrad is fine for MBA. So Sachin, for insurance, you need to do a BBI, which is Bachelor of Banking and Insurance. साथ साथ में you need to do certification courses ideally from this place called as III, Indian Institute of Insurance या फिर Indian Insurance Institute, कोई एक है नाम. BKC में उसका ऑफिस है, वहाँ के काफी सारे सर्टिफिकेशन होते हैं, तो तुम वो सर्टिफिकेशंस कर सकते हो along with the BBI. हाँ श्रुति, I'll see if I can take a session on MBA. In fact, if not a session, you can go to my website Leapup. Leapup की leapup.in website पे आप blog पे जाओगे ना, तो मैंने एक blog article लिखा है वहाँ पे called as there are 2 articles. One is on CFA versus MBA, and one is on why not to do your MBA after graduation directly. Tanvi, if you're listening, can you just copy paste their URLs and paste it out here in the chat box? So if someone wants to know more about MBA, they can read those articles and they can know more about MBA. Even because I don't think I have time to take a complete session on that, but if you read those articles, आपको काफी सारा समझ में आएगा for sure. Shlok, yes, it becomes a bit difficult. MBA करना difficult नहीं है, MBA में entrance लेना difficult है. Like to clear the entrance exam is difficult. Also on economics on finance courses, I didn't understand Sachin. If you can just explain me the question again. Divija, which course to take to do better MBA later? I have given my 12th. I haven't done any entrance. Divija, I would suggest BMS. BMM is more of media. If you want to get into MBA, BMS is better. So BMS लो या BCom लो चलेगा. BAF लो, BFM लो तो भी चलेगा. But BMM goes a bit towards the media side. Nakshi, from which colleges? I think I give you the answer. I'm still answering the same thing. Nakshi, colleges से फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आप कोई भी college से हो, आप CFA की exam दे सकते हो. Will not make a difference at all, Nakshi. Just in 11, 12, what to alongside apart from और banking. So they can study, they can learn Photoshop, Illustrator, ये सब चीज़ वो पहले से सीख सकते हैं. So which will help them in the graphic designing career. Dustbin. So they can do that. बाकी banking finance के लिए कुछ पहले से नहीं. You can just ensure the student starts reading newspapers, starts reading news, starts following the equity markets because that will be helpful. Honestly, what are the good classes for CLAT and NPAT in Vilepale? So Vilepale West में we have CLAT and NPAT classes. So there is Endeavor, there is Time. ये 2 classes recently अच्छे, there is IMS. So ये सब classes हैं. पर प्लीज 10th के बाद सिर्फ क्लैट के लिए, NPAT करना है 12th के बाद, उसके पहले प्लीज डोंट डू. Naomi, brief about Masters in Economics. So MSc in Economics is offered by NMIMS also in Bombay, which is a pretty decently good course. But most people prefer going abroad for doing the Masters in Economics. So people prefer to go to maybe a London School of Economics or a London Business School to do their MSc in Economics because that has much more value. India में Masters in Economics की value comparatively कम है. आपको बॉम्बे से करना है तो the two best colleges for masters would be MA in Economics from Xavier's or MSc in Economics from NMIMS. Those would be the two best options in that case. Next, Kiran, do we need tuition for CS? It's preferable. Yeah, you need tuition for CS. It's too difficult, of course. So please conduct the webinar for career guidance for graduation students. It will be really helpful for me. I have already done a couple of webinars like this, Odi, but I'll see if I have time. I will try and do that for sure. Jinesh, BCom is basically like the most generic course where a bit of everything is taught and the level is very easy so that everyone can do it. So most people who do professional courses because they need time for that they take up an easy graduation course and BCom is that easy graduation course. Yes, you can do BSc Finance and CA together. It's allowed. Nakshi, CAFA does not have an entrance exam. Instead of that, CFA has 3 levels. So अभी उसको CA में भी जैसे 3 levels है, उसको first का नाम CA Foundation दिया है, which you are counting as an entrance exam, पर उसके लिए कोई entrance exam नहीं है. वैसे CFA में भी 3 levels है. So the first level of CFA you can count as an entrance exam, but it's not an entrance exam. Like there are 3 levels: level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 is completely MCQ. Level 2 is MCQ. Level 3 is half MCQ, half subjective. And actually, as I'm telling you, we are talking about at least 4 years from today. And तब तक CFA काफी चेंज हो जाएगा. Like till this year, CFA के level 1 exams pen paper पे होते थे. 2021 से सब exams आपके computer पे हो रहे हैं. So they're changing. They are improvising the course. So ideally, doesn't make sense for you to focus a lot about how to do CFA right now. वो आगे जाके कर better है. Best graduation course for CFA, either a BFM or a BSc Finance, either of them. ICWA का नाम change हो गया बीना. It's now CMA. There's nothing called as ICWA. It's CMA. Again, a very basic, like उसकी value नहीं है, इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे ये किया ही नहीं. पहले value थी, पर अभी most of the work which an ICWA can do or a CMA can do can be done by a CA. So not something which I would suggest anyone to take up. Sachin, ACCA scope is almost zero in India, like very less. The average pay of an ACCA would be lesser than what a graduate gets from an SPKM college. So आपको दुबई जाना है, मिडिल ईस्ट जाना है, यूके जाना है, तो ACCA का वैल्यू है, वरना नहीं है. I think Jignesh answered that. Mahad, that's completely dependent on you. I always prefer an HSC because for me, the time for extracurriculars, the time for personality development, to make more friends, be in a college, I think for me that is much more important. So that's why I prefer an HSC. But that again, final call is on your depends on your ideally your personality, your strengths, etc. to take that call. So you decide on that we are. But for me, HSC is better because of these reasons. Can you do law if you're not good in civics? Yes, you can do law. ऐसा कुछ रूल नहीं है, but wouldn't suggest. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि अगर कोई आपकी चीज वीक है और वीकनेस है आपकी उस चीज में, तो don't go for it because other people who are strong at it will automatically be better than you. And competition is huge, so prefer something where you are strong at. Manasvi. Kiran, what do we have interest about CS? CS Foundation, Karan. Divija, can I do BMS then 2 years of job, MBA? Or doesn't want to do BMS and job? I didn't understand. Okay, no. भाई BMS, job, law, MBA बोले तेरे को सिर्फ पढ़ना ही है पूरा लाइफ. इतना सारा जरूरत नहीं है करने को. So decide तेरे को law करना है कि तेरे को MBA करना है. BMS कर, उसके बाद either pick up law or pick up MBA depending on your interest, whatever you want to do. Because they don't complement. A lawyer does not need an MBA and an MBA does not need law. So they don't complement each other. So decide what you want to do and then take a call. My son has scored less than 60% in IGCSE. What are the best options? So ideally, there are a lot of options which are there in commerce. Depends on which are his favorite subjects. So Abhi, if he's in 10th, just pick up any specific college in commerce. Do your 11th, 12th in that specific college and then go for the options depending on his strengths. जो भी उसका अच्छा है, जो भी subject उसको पसंद है, उस हिसाब से आप select करना please. When to learn Excel after FIGC, you can learn it anytime. Anytime is completely fine for Excel. There is no Like every time is the right time to learn Excel, because that's the most important skill you require in the whole of commerce. Also give some details about entrance of the MBA and the best colleges. Shruti, there's nothing called as MBA in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is something which comes from inside. No one will teach you entrepreneurship, frankly. But there are some colleges which have family business. So MBA family business management होता है. So उसके लिए SPGen is number one and NMIMS is number two. So everyone, please remember this session will be there on YouTube till tomorrow noon. Kal noon tak this session is there. After which I will be taking the session down. Anyone who wants to rehear the session or rehear a part of the session can visit the link which was there. The same link. यहाँ पे आप ये वापस देख सकते हो till tomorrow afternoon. After which you will not be able to see the specific session again. So please remember that thing, everyone. Also, if some of your friends want to see it, please ask them to see it by tomorrow noon. If you think it's going to be helpful for them, do let them know. They can watch it by that time. So I hope this was helpful for you all. I hope I have answered almost all the questions. So thank you everyone for being a part for today's webinar. And I wish everyone all the best for their careers. Also, please, things around us are very, I can say, stressful. They're very dangerous. So stay home, stay safe, take care. That is the most important thing. Survive this year well. And things will be better. Also, for 10th standard kids, don't think of what to do after 5 to 7 years, because तब तक सब कुछ change हो जाएगा. Like everything will change. Technology is going so fast that everything around us will change. So please ensure that, like, as of now, you concentrate on improving yourself in 11th and 12th. That should be your major focus. Also, people who are more interested in the MBA part, I think a couple of undergrad students are also there out here. As I told you, you can just visit leapup.in, which is our website. वहाँ पे blog पे जाओगे ना, तो blog में you will find a couple of articles which are related to MBA and CFA. So आप वो उधर से देख सकते हो और उससे आपको आइडिया आएगा कि MBA कभी करना है, कैसे करना है, क्या क्या उसमें ऑप्शंस है. उसमें मैंने सब डिटेल में वहाँ पे लिखा है. So you can go there or maybe just wait for maybe 10 seconds. I'll only take the link and post it. Just give me 10 seconds. I'll do that. Any more questions, anyone? If there are any more questions which I haven't answered or which I need to answer, please let me know. Divija, thank you, sir. This is the third time attending the same seminar. You love it so much, Divija? Wow. That's great. Just one second. I'll just post a couple of links which can be helpful for you all, guys. So one link which I'm posting in the comment section right now is the top 10 college campuses of India. So if you can go through that, can be helpful. Like which are the best campuses? You know, movies में इतने ना famous campuses है. So कौन से campuses है जो which can be very attractive and very good. Let me just find the MBA वाला thing. One second. Any more questions, guys? Please let me know if I have missed anything which I need to answer. Thank you, Jatan. Okay, one side. I got it. Link. So I've written on something called as why an MBA without work X might be the biggest mistake of your life. So you can read that article too out here. So मैंने दो चीज पोस्ट करी है, आप एक के बाद एक देख सकते हो. Anyways, thank you so much everyone for attending. Please keep on visiting all our webinars. We'll try and give you as much knowledge as possible from our side. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, press the bell button. Stay safe, take care. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye.